I got a request for how to solve the clock, so here it is. Clock might be a bit confusing to how it works, so I'll just quickly explain how it works, and then I'll scramble and solve it. We have 9 clocks here, and on this side. This is the solved state right now, where all of them are pointed to 12. And there are these 4 pins that you can push in and out, and each pin corresponds to the 4 clocks around it. So this pin corresponds to these 4 clocks right here. So that means if only this pin is pushed out and I turn this wheel, all of them turn at the same time, because there are wheels here. Now, if I turn a wheel like this, then well, all of the corners of it kind of turn along with it, except for the ones that are around the peg. So when you're solving it, it's best to just avoid turning it, because when a peg is up on one side, it's down on the other side. So when I turn this wheel here, it only turns that corner. So just focus on one side at a time and avoid turning one that's not next to a peg that's pushed toward you. So, for example, if we have 2 up, all of these turn, but it's not like, you know, these ones go twice as fast. Just all of them turn at the same time. And then if we have 3 of them, all of them, but this one turn. And if we have like 2 diagonal ones, they turn. Let's start by scrambling it up. So it's all scrambled up, and now I can show you how to solve it. Solving it requires 3 steps. The first step is to solve this cross on this side, and then the second step is to solve the cross on this side, and the third step is to solve all of the corners, and then you're done. Yeah, I'm going to start by solving the cross on this side. Now, instead of matching 1 to match the rest, we want to match the rest to match 1. So if I want to get this one pointing down like these other ones are, what we're going to do is, instead of just moving this one, since all of the pegs move, what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of all of them down except this one. This one will be up. So if we turn this, then these 3 clocks are facing the same direction, which is what we want. And then I'm gonna try moving this one to it next. So I guess this one will work because all 3 of them are in there. So let's rotate it. And that looks pretty good. And oh look, this one's already the right way, but if it wasn't, then we would have to push these pegs in and then turn these to the side. And there, now all of them are facing the same direction, so let's push all of them in and move these to 12. You want to make sure to move them to 12. And then we're gonna flip to the other side. That's step 1 done. So we're gonna flip to the other side. And just don't look at this side, okay? Just forget that this side exists. I'm going to do the exact same thing again, but avoid turning one where the pin isn't up. So, let's get this one. So let's get this one to match this one in the middle. So let's move them, but instead of matching this one to match the middle, we move the middle to match this one. So let's rotate it like this. And now both these are matching. And if we want to put this one matching, then we can move it down so that these 3 are all the same direction, and this one's not the same direction. So let's take all of these and move it so that they are facing the same direction, like that. I hope you can see that. And then lastly, we have this bottom one, and we just have to move these 4 to there, and now all of them are like this. So now that they're there, we want to get the corners. Now, don't look at the other side. We want to solve the corners the exact same way we solve the edges. So you just want to pick a corner, and then we want to put all the pins up but the one in the corner here. So that means we will move all of the edges to match the corner. So we can turn it like this, and then we have some clocks matching. And then we want, I guess I can do this one next. So let's move it over here. Now these are all matching, and we can do this bottom left one next. So let's put all of them except this one up. So now they're all facing the same direction. And then we can push all of them but this bottom right one up and do the exact same thing we've been doing before. Push it to the same direction. So we're gonna just move all of these to 12, and then, well, if you did everything right, the other side will also be solved. So, yeah, that concludes the tutorial on how to solve the clock. So, okay, thanks for watching. Bye.